I mean, like, porcelain is strong, it's beautiful, but can be fragile.
I love your bittersweet.
Isaac just kept coughing, like every 30 seconds to a minute he was just coughing and coughing and coughing, and I felt so bad for him. Layla's been fevering on and off. She has a sore throat and a sore head. I need to email a picture of an official PCR test, which is one that's registered by the government. So Isaac, he's been used to getting tested. He was fine with it. Ayla, I knew it would be a struggle, but I think having to be tested in like a place that just, you know how when you're there, everywhere's like all white, it's all sealed off, people are in the gear. I think it intimidated her a little bit because it looked really clinical. She had her hands over her face, so we couldn't swab her nose or her throat at the beginning. I was like, okay, whenever you're ready. And then I got to a point where I just had to do it quickly, and you know, it's one of those examples where it would have been painless and over pretty quickly, but because she's so afraid, the experience is just made more difficult. So yeah, she screamed on the way there, she screamed the entire journey back, and she screamed for about an hour. We got home and she's calmed down now, so I'm good. I'm glad like we can just stay home and rest. Hopefully we're all gonna have an early night. Doesn't matter if you got like digital device or not. Sometimes it's all about the classic games, and in this case we're playing Hangman. A. Banana.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Isaac is seeing a doctor today. It's been another night just constantly coughing for him. Does it still hurt?
Tummy hurt.
Your tummy hurts too? Where in your tummy where does it hurt? Today there is, I think it's like a COVID booster rollout. It's like 800 people coming in to get their COVID booster vaccination, and so I just figured it's gonna be so crammed, and it is. I don't even know how I'm gonna leave of all these cars here. Okay, only one. While he plays with my phone, I always keep a book in my car. I've been trying to read this gentle discipline book. I keep it in my car while I wait for them to finish school. Reading this at the end of the night, I realize it doesn't work because by the time I get to bed, like, you're just so tired, so having it in the car is handy. Oh my goodness. This old man just almost ran this other old man over. This is dangerous. We have a bunch of elderly driving in to get their vaccinations, and I keep witnessing almost accidents. Sometimes I think it's handier if I can keep Ayla at home so I can do my thing with Isaac. But it's quite sweet that she gets to join along with everything. Look at your crossed over legs. Just gonna make some congee. So we're back in the doctor's, and he has his inhalers dosage upped up. He has some antihistamines in hopes that it might help with the post-nasal drip. They also tested him for, I don't know what it was. I think it's some sort of like viral infection that they tested and swabbed him for. I don't know if it's a combination of his new inhalers or the fact that I asked for antihistamines. I feel like he's improved so much. So yeah, I just hope tonight he sleeps okay. Today my mom showed up. She showed up with dinner. I am not good at asking for help. I don't like to ask for help. And obviously she must know me well. But yeah, it was really nice to have her around and bring dinner. I've got my vapor rub, which I'm gonna rub in his feet. It's just a remedy that a lot of you guys recommended. So he's gonna have it in his feet, and I'm gonna make him wear socks. Be propped up while he sleeps. Humidifier on. Never thought I'd say this, but this smells good. Okay. I think I spoke too soon about the medicine. Last night I think last night was worse than the night before. Obviously, he's not fit enough to go to school. But Ayla is. I wonder if it's because she had the flu vaccine. Ayla's okay now. She seems to have something that was totally different from Isaac. We're just on our way to pharmacy. I'm gonna try and get like a saline nasal bath. So I don't think he would have been able to concentrate at school anyways, and I wouldn't want him like coughing all over the children's faces because that's what he does at home. You know how I was saying I've been getting like anxiety, like my chest has been tight. Well, like I thought it was just obviously feeling powerless and worried about him at night, but I realized last night it was because I was also getting like, it was triggering flashbacks of life back then, you know, of past me looking after a sick child, you know, solo, and just that feeling of being very powerless in my Hong Kong apartment. I've kind of lost some memories, and it's an unfortunate thing, but I'm kind of thankful for it. Yeah, there are parts of my life in the past previous 7 years that's kind of blurred out. I kind of have a fake memory, but I don't know the details. I think it's just my way, like my body trying to protect me. So yeah, there's some memories that kind of just dropped out of my head. But when I get flashbacks, it's really clear. I'm in a whole different mindset and mentality now, but when you get the flashbacks and it triggers, like in that moment, you return back to who you were like 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. So I would have to like remind myself and like speak to myself and say, that's not me anymore. Well, it is me, but past me. Christmas stuff already? I swear it gets earlier every year. Look at this one. It's been a while since it's just been Isaac and I. Usually it's just Ayla and I. So. Oh. Anyways, we better make it quick. We need to grab some groceries. We're walking the dogs, and they're like, how come we don't have Halloween decorations? Yeah, and I tried to go out to look for some, but I think we're quite late. So we're just making our own little garland. When I say we, I mean me. They're busy. And they've got their...
What do you want? Isaac, you want me to play? Okay. I heard you.
The torch has been passed. When they left with their daddy, like I felt relief because I meant I could rest, but you also feel guilt. And you also feel sadness because it's so quiet, but at the same time, you know, it's what you need. Isaac is trying this new medication, and it's been so good for his asthma. So glad he lets me hold him like a little newborn baby. I think he's comfortable too. We've been doing this for the past half hour. Today is Friday. According to the kids' daddy, the kids slept really well last night. Isaac slept well last night. So yeah, that's just such a relief. His cough is managed well. Archie comes to visit me more so than I go visit him because he knows I have the dogs, and the dogs are looked after well. They usually go with Isaac and Ayla if I were to visit Archie, but he tries to visit me when he can. He likes to come down and visit, but it's only fair that I also go visit him. But I think it'll be good for me to get a little change of scenery. We've been on plenty of dates here in Belfast, but I've actually never had a date up where he lives. I want to thank you guys. I uploaded a vlog last night and I was quite blown away reading your comments. I've always been like a process out loud sort of girl. They say it takes courage to be vulnerable, but I think a lot of it is also you guys make me feel safe. But so many of you guys shared your stories, and I had no idea that so many of you guys, not that we were in the exact same boats, but so many of us have been in the same storms. It was very humbling to read your stories, and Some of the stories are really hard to read, but your stories of your great strength gave me so much hope, and I just want to say thank you, and I want to say I'm proud of you. Like, there's a few things I'm really proud of. I'm so proud of my kids. I'm so proud of my girl gang, but like I am so proud of this YouTube community that I'm in. I really feel like I have a really good corner. I get such good vibes from you all, and I think we all like absorb that, and everyone gets like a little piece of sunshine. So the past week I've realized that well, it's very clear that I am still fragile, and I mean, like, I am also still strong. There's parts of me that's so strong, like like vibranium strong, and there's also parts of me that's still strong. I mean, like, porcelain is strong. It's beautiful, but can be fragile. So I'm gonna take care of my porcelain heart.